sounded like to me.
Fight!
Totally said. She
Oh
totally
my
said,
god,
grab
it's
another butt.
not going good.
Like, wow, we really getting busy over here.
That's right.
All right.
Y'all would have laughed. So I was like weed eating in the yard earlier, and I had to set the weed eater down and decided to step over it. And I'm really short, so I didn't step over enough, and I face planted.
Mm.
And it wasn't. It
That doesn't
wasn't
sound
graceful
funny at
all.
all.
It wasn't graceful at all.
Oh, it sounded funny. It definitely sounded funny.
I laid there for a second looking around to make sure Damien wasn't in the yard.
Listen, and that's what made it funny that you had to lay there for.
Just make sure nobody saw it. And it wasn't in the view of the cameras.
Yeah, those ring
It's
cameras, they get you.
Yeah, they do. Oopsie.
Those videos are awesome too. It's like, yeah.
You know what, Bonnie? Bonnie, somebody should have told you.
It's a trap.
Yeah. Really? It's just like being a short person, you think you gauge the distance on having to step over something, and you got to remember, you got to put a little extra oomph in there. Because, you won't make it over.
A little extra step for the smaller people.
Yes. It was pretty bad.
Well, what's up, guys? We are the Marauders here every Thursday, 7:30. Go ahead and start on this side today.
Okay, I'm still
yourself.
hashtag Damon because that's still what I'm trending every Sunday night.
Wow. That's wow. Especially after this episode. I'm ashamed.
I'm just, it's like, how can you think it's okay? But like, I'm here for it.
Right.
It's good stuff.
And other side.
What's going on, y'all? I am the Secret Invader, aka Ace Kennedy. You know how we do it. Talk nerdy to me.
Yeah.
Secret Invader sounds like Sneeze Gate to me.
That's
what
kind
it
of
is.
what I was thinking.
Yep.
Oh man, it's gonna be good. Here we go.
Okay. And I'm still jertoking me, but today I'm jertoking me crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%. That's what's going on.
So I did get to see the first episode. We'll just jump right into Lord of the Rings, just because I at least got to see the first one.
Okay.
And so I like it as a Lord of the Rings person. I have a problem with Elrond. Would probably be my only thing.
Okay.
Just because he seems kind of off in the sense of what we would see from Lord of the Rings.
Just asking, Elrond is Agent Smith, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Young Agent Smith. Okay.
Yes.
Who's also young Ned Stark.
Yep.
Like the actor that's playing him was young. Okay.
But yeah, that was my only thing. I thought like the look of the show was awesome, like the detail and like the carvings of the ones that had passed in the war that they did, and like the big trees and stuff looked really pretty awesome. The overall landscape just looked a lot like Lord of the Rings to me. So I'm happy with it.
I'll just say for episode 3, this one felt like this one had me in, where when it ended, I was like, okay, I could have used another 30 minutes. I felt like the story progressed a lot. We got a little bit more direction, so to speak. I liked where the actors were with everything. So I was digging this past week's episode. So yeah.
Well, now I need to go watch it. Hearing you say that, because I'll be honest, I am not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I know a lot of people appreciate it. I do appreciate like how pretty it is and all that good stuff. So yeah, that kind of, maybe I should go check out the third one and be a little bit more excited about it.
First episode was really slow.
Well, that's
I was
what I
told
was
though
saying.
the second one is a lot more picked up though.
Yeah, the second episode is much better than 3. I'm gonna say much better, but I'm saying it's 3 to me. If I had to rank them, it's 2, 3, 1. But it's weird because 3 built off of everything from 2, but I don't know. I just thought 3 was really good. If 2 was a 9, then 3 is a 8. If that was the number rating.
There's so
You're
many
not-
numbers in
You're
there.
not. I don't think you're convincing her with that kind of rating, though.
No, it's just okay. It's
Gonna be
ruined for
hard
me.
for her to get into it because I feel like it's hard not to compare House of
Mhm.
Dragons to Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
It's hard not to. So
Yeah,
she's not gonna have the same investment that she does with House of the D. So
it's true. I
It's
think
that-
too. But I love the Marvel shows and like I love the Star Wars shows, but there's two. I like adult content. That is just 100% where I'm at. I
was
love
about to
adult
say,
content.
Elrond didn't like rip
He
Galadriel
didn't.
in half, or
He didn't.
so. I mean,
So-
we're just letting go. We're done.
But I am like for the first episode, it was very boring. But that was kind of expected as Lord of the Rings. Once again, when you grow up on those extended whatever of the DVDs. But the second episode, I really really enjoyed. Like I said before, I really enjoyed that dwarfs. That was my favorite part of the whole. Oh wait, we're not supposed to spoil. Sorry.
I'll just if you feel that way about
Well, I mean, if you
episode
saw
2,
previews, you should know that there's
You can spoil whatever you
characters
want
in
to.
there. But
It's
I
not
did
gonna hurt
like.
me.
Okay, I was like, crap. But the second episode I enjoyed, only because in the first the movies, I feel like you only get a piece of it, and so like getting to see the whole thing was pretty cool. So
well, if you that's what I'm saying. If you
when it
felt
came to
that
the
way about
doors,
if you
Go
felt that way about episode 2, then I think you'll enjoy 3.
okay, maybe I'll. I mean, I'm gonna watch it no matter what. It's just I've not been in a hurry to watch it.
Yeah, I
Like
feel
we
that.
watched the first episode of Invincible instead of watching it.
What did you think?
I was at first because everybody was like, it's kind of like the cartoon, not exactly like the cartoon version of The Boys, but like it was kind of that gory stuff. And so I'm watching the episode. I'm like, this isn't really like that. It's kind of reminding me of like watching a Batman animated something. And then we got to the end.
Well, I mean, he's like slicing his supposed friends
But that wasn't
in
until
half
the
and
end
like
of the episode.
smashing their heads, and
Well, it gets
yeah.
worse.
I was like, what just happened? Okay, we're
Honey,
going there. Let's go.
It gets so much worse. I promise.
Yeah, we're yeah. But yes, I need to watch She-Hulk too. That was another one that I need to get done.
I
Anyway,
knocked out the first episode, and I was okay with it actually.
Okay.
good.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but overall, I enjoyed it.
No, I've watched She-Hulk. I
You-
just
you
haven't
have
watched
seen
this
that?
week's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got to watch the first one last night, and for me, I was good with her like breaking the fourth wall a couple of times. It didn't seem like Deadpool style, like everybody was like saying it was
No.
going to be horrible.
She breaks the fourth wall though in the comics. It's her and Deadpool that do it.
Well, see, I've never actually read a She-Hulk comic. It's a girl.
Either.
Why
Phil
would I
has.
listen? Why would I read it?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna just say,
Here we
man,
go.
this show is it's just a palate cleanser, man. Like I look forward to it. It's not like it's heavy in lore of stuff, but it's like just there are some cool things happening in it. The cameos are great.
Mhm.
This week's episode was really dealing with one particular issue. So it still was fun though, because if you're invested, you're invested. So it
Right.
did have something cool later on in the episode. Something cool happened. So I was like, ooh, I can't wait for that to explore that.
I put something in the chat, and that's why I think She-Hulk is important, because I think some things might happen that lead to, or that
She's
Maybe
seen it.
villains, but not.
yeah. I was
They,
about to-
they made the list of the Thunderbolts now.
Mhm.
Who all's in it?
that we know of.
I have to say I was a little unimpressed though.
What the lineup for
with the
Thunderbolts?
lineup for Thunderbolts.
Really?
Yeah, a
it's-
little
it's
bit.
whack. It looks pretty
Yeah.
whack.
Why does that look whack?
Ghost.
Yeah,
And old girl from Black Widow. Not
She
her
was in
sister, but the other
Oh, the
the
other, but I believe that
Yeah.
girl was a part of the Thunderbolts in the
I'm
original.
just saying it. What I'm saying is this: it didn't. Was Zemo in it?
no,
See,
which is
that's
the
what
one
I'm
that I
saying,
was
like,
expecting to
I'm-
be.
right.
Telling you, you might not have seen everybody.
I get it, but the presentation wasn't that impressive. I'm just
well,
saying,
for-
like,
I mean, anything with Bucky
With-
Barnes is impressive to me.
My opinion is if they gave this as the Thunderbolts and then they come in and say, "Well, here's Zemo," it's not like it's a big, "Oh my god" moment. It's like you
Yeah.
should have just put him in there to begin with. I mean,
Facts.
we expected
Maybe
it.
he's got some other things he's doing.
I don't know. It just didn't. When I'm looking at the stuff that they dropped for D23, I'm more excited about Secret Invasion. Like that trailer,
Yes.
like immediately made me feel like Civil War again, right?
It did.
I mean, Winter
I
Soldier.
haven't seen the
Winter Soldier.
trailer, but yeah.
Yeah, the trailer. Yeah, we gotta see the trailer. But Winters, that's what it felt like. It felt like Winter Soldier.
That's when
Except
I
Like
for
a
it was
Russo
more
Brothers type deal.
Yes, it felt. It's got the espionage, the whole like. If you know, except for it's more focused on Fury.
Mhm.
So even the stuff that happened to him in wasn't it Winter? Yeah, it was Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was in it.
Yeah,
Or
that.
no,
Yeah.
no, not. I'm thinking Thunderbolts. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the one where he gets shot.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up Secret Invasion. I think we should watch
Okay.
that one because I was impressed with that one myself.
Yeah, the production value
Watch
on it
it.
looked really great.
Trying to see if Phil's about to fall asleep.
Here we go.
I gotta make my screen bigger.
Why am I not hearing it? Are you hearing it?
Yeah, we're hearing it.
For years, you've
His-
been
his,
avoiding
uh,
Earth.
His beard is
I
low.
have called for your help
Mhm.
plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those
So
calls
why all
go
this
straight to
time did we
voicemail.
finally get to his eye being healed?
Yeah, well, this is different.
I don't even know that it was necessarily healed. He just didn't like the way it looked, and he kept it
How
covered.
much do you know about your
Okay.
security detail?
What do you mean? How much do I know about him?
Just looks like
Oh.
he fits this role so well.
Mhm.
Fury? We gonna be there.
And also kind of reminded me of
Who's
Shaft.
that guy?
He's a scroll.
Oh.
Bill Mendelsohn, right?
Yeah,
From Rogue One.
he was supposedly the bad one in
You're in no
Marvel,
shape for this fight
Captain
that lies
Marvel.
before us.
Yeah.
This is just the
They were just saving the prosthetics.
It's
That's
my
right.
war
Daenerys is in it.
alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want.
What's in the box?
That looked like a coffin.
The coffin?
And what is that?
That looks good. That looks really
I thought
good.
so.
Yeah. It gives, like I said, it definitely gives me Winter Soldier vibes, bro.
Yeah. It's kind of even got that dark videography in it,
Mm-hmm.
which I like that. It's more
Yeah, I
adult
was liking it.
content. Yeah.
I don't think we're quite there to getting rated R.
I know.
I think we're close though.
We're
We're
getting
getting
close.
there.
We've got some content on there that is brought back.
I mean,
But-
She-Hulk has a bunch of more adult stuff in it. You
Mhm.
know, they let they let cuss words fly, and they definitely deal with sex and stuff, and
Yeah. Well, and Moon Knight too.
yeah.
We got some F-bombs
was-
there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was pretty dark.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of
But-
stuff I need. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's what I want.
She's on Invincible. Maybe we can get her on Peacemaker after that.
I just don't know. Maybe it's
should-
John
you
Cena
should.
that I just.
Just can't. You're not supposed to take it serious.
John Cena is not even gonna be your favorite character. I promise you. If
I don't want him to
Vigilante,
be my favorite character.
if Vigilante ain't your favorite character, then you watching it wrong. Because everybody just wants to see Vigilante. If he had his own spin-off show, I think he would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Anywho,
So that's all so far what we've had from D23. We also got this.
They didn't really
Well,
do
they-
that much for
they.
D23.
I feel
It was
like
just
it
a
was
bunch
very
of-
underwhelming.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just a bunch of trailers and stuff, and they.
Yeah, trailers we've already heard of. Like Chapek
Right.
was promising this was going to be the biggest thing ever, and it was whack. I'm like, bro,
Mm-mm.
Did you guys see the video where he gets booed when he comes up on the stage?
yep. I
Who
saw
got
him when
booed?
I was watching it live. Bob Chapek.
Yeah, you were. I didn't get to see it live. I just saw the video afterwards.
Why did he get booed?
Nobody like
Nobody
him.
likes him.
And who is he?
He's the new Bob Iger.
Oh,
He's like the Kevin Feige of. No, he wouldn't be. He'd be under him, but
Yeah. He's the
What am I-
Bob.
who am
He's
I-
the new.
who am
He's
I-
the Bob
yeah.
Iger.
he's over everything.
mm-hmm. People don't like him.
No.
How come?
He's had some deplorable things that he's done. Like he was the one that you remember when Black Widow was about to when she sued Disney or whatever, and that's what made the Russo brothers step away from Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Because he didn't want to pay her because they put it out in the theater when it wasn't like when COVID wasn't really over, and then they put it on streaming like pretty soon afterwards, or they did it simultaneously. It was something.
Yes.
It was in that giant.
Yeah.
What COVID did, and everybody's like, okay, wait, where's my money? Moments.
Yeah. So she was asking for that back end, and he wasn't trying to pay it. And then what was crazy because her agent rolled up on him and was like trying to like, yo, can we have dinner and let's chop this up? And he was like, nah, I'm cool.
He knew what he was doing. He already had it.
Interesting. Yeah, I would boo him too.
And there's other stuff like he ended up getting a raise during COVID, and they had to let go so many people. Like it was some stuff like that too.
Yeah, that's.
I knew that would piss you off.
Cool. Of course. Yeah. No, sir.
Okay,
I don't
so
like
let's.
that.
I actually want to do this instead.
I thought we were going to see another preview of from D23.
We were. I'm switching to a different one. I was going to watch.
Gosh,
Don't
because
be
they put out
upset. Don't be
Mandalorian.
Don't be upset, because it's worth it.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
Tales of
this
the
was-
Tape.
oh my
There is
god.
life, but you must face
Pay attention, Bob.
death. Honor it. Do not fear it.
Aw.
Baby Ahsoka.
Jedi. Ahsoka is
That's
Jedi.
okay.
The best way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
Master Dooku.
I want to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Master, stop!
It is the only way you will truly have victory.
My Padawan. Again. Again.
Dooku, stand down.
I'm tired of fighting.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness.
Let's hope all that training pays off.
Seattle.
And who might you be?
So Bonnie,
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to catch a certain funeral?
Was that Padme's?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ahsoka was there.
I guess I didn't see her.
Let's see.
It's toward.
I guess
it's
I
toward
was
the
a
end.
baby.
Is it that far at the end?
Yeah.
I thought it was towards the
Keep
front.
going right. It's right in there. It's a flash to it. What? Go back. Go back. Was that it? Go back. Right there. What is that? I think it's right there. There it was. That was it.
Oh, I didn't know that was a funeral she's at. How did you get that from
That's
it?
because of their light. They got the candles lit.
Yeah, and they
And-
flashed from it from earlier when
Yeah.
they're walking in the processional.
I could see why she would be there.
Because she knew, right?
Mm.
If anybody did.
I mean,
Where
she
was
had
it?
to
I
have
thought it
if
was
she
way,
was there.
way before that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was way in the beginning.
The funeral, yeah.
Yeah. Right
Right
there.
there.
Yeah, see how
So
they're
the
all
same. They're all holding the lights. Yeah.
Now it's like, where's Ahsoka? You know, kind of like, where's Waldo?
Mm-hmm.
Put her out in there.
Well, I think we got this flash over there because we're not going to see it right here.
I was just checking.
Yeah, we saw Yaddle. We saw.
That's gonna
Qui-Gon.
that was young Qui-Gon too.
Mm-hmm. As him as an apprentice.
Mace, Anakin.
We saw Obi-Wan up in there. Like
Yep.
maybe that's gonna be
And this is
Qui-Gon.
canon, like this is part of the story, right? So this isn't like little
Yeah, this
shorts that are not like the anime.
It's
ones
not
were,
like
right?
the.
no, this is canon.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
And it's by Filoni them, so that's what's cool about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, when does it come out?
Next month.
The end of next month. Yeah.
There are so many good things coming out in October.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everybody knows, a lot of good scary movies, a lot of good animes.
Oh, speaking of
Right.
scary movies, I got something to show you too.
Okay.
Definitely the second one.
Okay.
The second one. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. No, the first one.
Yeah.
Don't me. Me? You know
I
how
think
long
we should
I've
watch
been
the first
waiting
one
on
too.
this?
Okay. Yeah.
So
I can
long.
pull it up.
We'll do it next after this one.
Did they do a preview or a trailer? I thought
They
it was just
did.
a picture.
No, it was a trailer. You didn't know?
No, I thought it
Have
was
you
just
not-
a picture.
Have you not seen the first Willow trailer, the one that came out a while ago?
No,
Wow.
There's been a trailer out like
Yeah,
Six,
there was a
7
short
months
one.
ago.
Yeah.
did not know this.
yeah.
Did not know this.
Somebody wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Were you
that
doing something or
was
you mean
during-
pull-
That was
No, I
during
wasn't.
that was during like the what was that? Star Wars Day or yeah.
Mhm.
Because everybody was like, why is Willow in Star Wars Day?
Because
Like,
it's George Lucas. People.
Yeah, I still thought it was weird.
yeah.
It still makes me laugh that George Lucas did Willow because, like, I don't know, it's very campy, but of course, for its time, I just like it's one that I rewatch at least once a year. So,
I don't
I'm
watch it
huge
once a
fan.
year, but I definitely want to rewatch it and watch this. Were you showing us something, or am I me go ahead and show this?
No. You go ahead. I
thought you were showing
yeah.
us something.
yeah,
I
I thought you were
will.
showing us a scary thing.
Okay. Here we go. Mando.
Fine.
This is the one that you saved?
We did a lot of flashbacks, bro.
We did.
You are as its father.
I still miss the Razor Crest, but I'm glad he got the little egg back.
Of two.
Yeah.
It looks upgraded too. They had the little lights on it.
But you have removed your helmet.
That made me think of Exegol when I saw the little spiky looking
Then
rocks.
you are a
Yeah.
Mandalorian. No more.
And that's the whole point of their order was to not.
Yeah, but she takes hers off.
But she's not part of the
Different
order.
plans.
That's the whole
Different plans.
point.
Oh.
You would understand that more if you watched Rebels.
Fractured our people. Where were you then? Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Salacious Crumb.
I love her.
Abu Freak.
Oh, Babu Freak.
All right, kid.
I have a Babu Freak. He's somewhere.
Okay, so is that actually Babu or is that like one of
That's
the
Babu.
clan or something? Okay.
That was so sweet. He was like, how do you on? So they're gonna do some adventures together, is what it looks like.
Droid brain go blank blank.
And this comes out 2023.
February.
Yeah, they say February. We'll see.
Right. It gets going to bump to like March.
But
we're
What's
gonna be
coming
so
out?
brainwashed. We're gonna be so brainwashed by Andor. We ain't even gonna know about. Think about it.
But Andor comes out at the end of this month, right?
But ain't it like 12
Yes.
episodes though?
And is
Yeah,
it next week?
it actually it goes for a while, I think.
That's cool. I'm glad. But does it come out next week or the week after?
It's
Comes
next
out
Thursday.
26th, right?
Okay.
No, that'd be the following week then, because the 23rd is only coming up next
It's
week.
next Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it
It's
that's
like
coming
2
out
weeks.
at the end of next week then? Because there's something coming out.
Yeah, I thought. Oh no, you're right. It comes out on the 21st.
Yeah,
you're
on
right.
a Wednesday, and it's
Yeah.
3 episodes they're dropping.
So is She-Hulk still going to be going on? Or are they overlapping now?
They'll be overlapping probably, or maybe.
I mean, which is-
She-Hulk might be coming to an end though.
Yeah, I don't know where we're at. I don't know how many we had for
I
it.
think we on like 5 or something.
5 would have been 4. Last night was 4.
Last night was 4.
I thought so.
There's 9 episodes of She-Hulk.
Okay. So they will overlap. That's dope.
Which I like that.
Right.
Gives you more content.
I mean, they're starting to just toss out series now, and so I mean, we're getting to a point we almost don't have breaks, which is nice.
Which is yes.
It's
We
not
need-
like that.
If they're gonna compete with Netflix, they better do something.
Yeah, it
Right.
keeps the conversation going. There's that's why October is so special too. Netflix has a lot of stuff coming out. I watched another trailer today for a Netflix show. I don't remember the name for it though, but it comes out October 1, and then Wednesday in October. There's a couple of other things.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff. You've got Willow, which I think we should watch
Yes.
that now. We need to watch that.
I might cry.
Cool.
Y'all don't understand. Like Willow was something I grew up on. I'm the weirdo that loved Legend, when I was like 3. So Willow's right up my alley. So is Labyrinth, all that stuff. Like I was a weirdo and watched the weird movies. Mad Mod again.
Droid blame go blame blame.
That's your favorite thing in this.
You think you know what is real? and what
We haven't
isn't?
seen that. Why are you crying?
What is light?
I wonder if that's the little
is
girl
dark?
growing up.
No,
That's what I was wondering
forget all you
too.
know. Come with me. Willow.
She's back.
We're looking for the sorcerer Willow. I was told that once long ago you defeated the forces of evil.
You remind me of
That
your
was
mother.
Sorsha.
My dear friend, I thought I could prevent all this. I was
Oh.
naive.
My brother was abducted. The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Oh, she's
Follow
in
me.
it.
We
Well,
must
obviously
go.
it's Disney, so we
Beyond
trade
the edge of our
people out a
world.
lot.
Into
I mean,
the
I loved
unknown.
her in
I
Solo.
need your help.
Just like old times.
the when she was
I
the
loved
villain.
this part that there's like
The brownies!
little people.
Yes.
Our true enemy is still out there, rallying the forces of evil, and the only thing standing in its path is us.
I'm going to enjoy this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, so am I.
It
I
is
doubt that
a
very
little
much.
bit.
Take him to my tent and make sure he's tied up.
I don't know. See, that kind of sounds like we're on the same page.
Got a taste of CW feel to it,
When I
though.
was a kid, I used
Like
to play
some
being a
of the
sorcerer.
sceneries and
Visiting
stuff like
strange
this
worlds,
is awesome.
Fighting
That
monsters.
CW just can't pull off. But
Never thought I'd actually
there are some
really do
moments it's kind of like
I mean, it was a campy show back in its day.
it wasn't meant to be though. George wasn't making campy.
But it was.
It was.
We have to hurry.
Is Matt Mardigan in it?
I don't think so.
Val Kilmer?
I don't remember seeing him.
With my friends.
I mean, right now they're working with Val Kilmer to try to figure out how to make him where he can talk.
He can't talk?
Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
You didn't know
So
that?
is this a movie or is
No.
this a series?
It's a series.
It's a series.
Yep, another series. I think it's only like 6 though, if I remember right.
It looks good. It
Yeah.
looks magical. Because that's the whole thing. Like, the magic was. I mean, if you remember Willow, you know, when he's trying to transform.
I was wrong. It's 8.
The girl, the like sorceress lady, not the bad one, but he's trying to turn her into a human, and she's like, no,
Yeah.
you can do it. And then like the different animals that he keeps turning her into.
Yeah, because he didn't know how to really use.
Yeah, how to use the wand or magic. It's
yeah.
such an underdog, like it's the underdog story, you know, that you seem do good. And then the trolls. I remember that was. I just love the way that the trolls looked.
I bet we get like just a quick something from Val. Like maybe he's in a dungeon again or something. He's locked up or.
I
Yeah.
hope so too, because I loved him. What happened to him?
He had like a stroke or something, right?
Oh,
Something like
I know
that,
Tim
yeah.
Curry had a
He
stroke.
couldn't talk.
Yeah. They listen, see, and this is like I know you're not gonna watch Top Gun 2, but
No.
they used him very well in Top Gun 2.
I'll have
you
to
would've
like
been-
YouTube the
Yeah, you would have been balling.
probably. I mean, if he comes back as Mad Morgan, I'm gonna ball. Like that's, you know, it's him and Sorsha. And that's so my little dog, my white dog. Her name is Kaya. Kaya is Willow's wife's name in the movie Willow. In case y'all were wondering, that's how
Right.
much I love that movie.
Okay. So this is like their
Throat
response to
cancer.
Lord of the Rings.
That's what he had.
Yeah.
He what?
He had throat cancer.
Oh, dang.
There's a whole documentary about it on Netflix.
There
Okay, I'm gonna
is.
have to
I've
watch
never
it
actually
now.
watched it though.
I'm probably gonna cry. I loved him. I mean, I still do. But like his bad, like, you know, because he was so cocky. Okay, we can move on from
Yeah.
Willow. Oh, that's so exciting.
I'm excited for it. There is a ton of stuff coming out of D23 and Star Wars Day that they've thrown out that I'm excited for overall. Andor. Every time they throw something new out at Andor, I'm more impressed. I'm to the point though that don't show me anymore. That's my only thing.
Right. Too much can be
We're pushing a little on the edge of how much we're given.
right.
We're given a lot of new things.
What are those? Why do they have purple on them? Are those Freddy Krueger shoes? Oh,
Yep.
I hate you.
Hmm.
Oh, those are cool. Is that a Nike thing?
Yeah.
Oh God. You're joking.
It honestly took me a second until she said Freddy Krueger, and I was like, "Oh, the coloring, the stripes and stuff, got it."
Oh my
I wouldn't-
God.
I would
Those
not
are
have
so
got it
cool.
if you hadn't said it. I
was
would have been
gonna
here
say it.
going, cool shoe.
Those are cool.
I knew she would appreciate it.
Will Smith would be proud.
I know. I'm hoping Vans releases another horror line like they did last year. Anywho, That looks really good. I'm excited for Willow. I'm probably more excited for Willow than any of the other stuff coming out.
I don't know about that. I'm
Yes.
excited for it.
Y'all
Okay,
don't
so
understand.
I don't know. Ace may not be into this, but I am definitely ready for. Now I lost it. The witches. What are their names? The Sanderson sisters.
Yes.
Hocus 2.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus 2. Yes.
Yeah. I saw the trailer for it. They looked good. Like you know how when you look at the original cast, they looked good.
Yeah, because you're thinking, oh my gosh, these guys are going to be so decrepit looking. Yeah,
but I guess with them being witches, they looked old in the original, so it didn't.
Yes, they did.
Probably just less makeup.
Yeah. Let's watch that preview because I'm excited about that one too.
Okay, we can do that.
And the most controversial trailer that's been out.
Oh, let's watch that one.
What is it?
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Oh, let's do that one instead.
Yes.
There's a lot of angry people about that trailer.
Can you hear the eye roll? Like, it's, well, I know we can't.
It's the same it's the same
vitriol
argument we have.
Ridiculous.
Fantasy, people. God, like, no, I saw some freaking articles on like these professors saying these things. Like, what? Go for it, people.
What are the professors saying? Because I don't get it.
Saying that the mermaids wouldn't be black because of how deep in the sea they would be.
The sun.
And it's like, you do realize there's been a black mermaid before in the 90s with the Little Mermaids TV show.
We do realize all this is fantasy, right?
I don't think
do
they
whatever
do.
we want.
And this is why they couldn't do the Michael B. Jordan Superman, because people would be, or the Idris Elba.
So they're not doing Jordan's Superman, or they're not, or because they're not calling it Superman.
Well, I mean, we don't know what
that looks real.
It looks really good.
Like her tail looks very good.
I don't feel like I've seen enough to know if I'm gonna like it though. As far as like the water and stuff, I don't know. I mean, I saw the little fish that was behind her.
Flounder.
Yeah, flounder.
How dare you, sir?
How was
It's not like I watched
did you film Charlie's reaction to that?
Charlie was not impressed. Charlie, listen. Charlie is she's one of the people. She's like,
is her hair not red enough, or
Charlie was like, wait,
it doesn't.
I'm gonna need the real Ariel to come out. That's not Ariel.
I need her tail to be more green.
Oh,
it's not green enough.
Charlie was not.
Really?
She was like, baby, you don't want an Ariel that look like you. She was like, nah.
What? Oh, that makes me sad.
I think she'll like it when she sees it, but yeah,
I do too.
I mean, and I get it, right? From Charlie's standpoint, right? She knows these characters back and front. Like, what I'm saying is this, right? If they did a live action Frozen and Elsa or Anna was black, she wouldn't like that. Like, you know, I mean, and
the reasoning is not the same, is what people are trying to use.
Right. The reason it is different, but this is, I can see people having an argument. Like if Princess and the Frog became live action, and then they did a white woman, it would be a riot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, we're talking about a mermaid,
right?
And now here's the thing. I will say this. I think it's cool, but I can understand why, like, when you're recreating people's childhood, right? It's almost like when I watched Transformers for the first time and Megatron's voice wasn't the same, or when I watched Jungle Book and Baloo's voice wasn't the same. That took me out of the mood. Like, I could get over it, but it bothered me that Baloo's voice was not what I remembered. So I understand, but it's the way people address it. It's like, listen, bro, if you don't like something, just don't watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But your whole life ruined because they got a black mermaid. Like, you really showing your colors.
I think too, like, just goes back to representation, right? Like,
Yes.
the more we have a diverse representation in the movies, especially these movies for little kids, that's only going to make things better, I feel like, in the future. So it's almost like, get over yourself, get over your childhood. Let's let this happen because it needed to happen a long time ago.
Well, I just
I don't
think
know
that
if having Little Mermaid be black though is gonna change much though.
Right.
if that's the hill to die on, I don't know if that's the one that's gonna work.
Well, and it's like, if you people actually knew the story of the Little Mermaid, it's horrific.
Right.
Okay. So let's just not even get into it, or we can. Like, there's pedophilia in it. Like, if you want to go there, we can.
Even in the Disney one, she was 16 when he married her. Yeah.
People, come on.
my thing is that I know there's gonna be like a gay character in it. I'm pretty sure. Like, everything is inclusive now, and whatever's not for you is just not for you. Like, if you just don't agree, you just don't have to watch it. But I want to judge her off of how she acts,
right?
Not who she is, but I want to see how she plays the character.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, the sound of her voice reminds me of the original.
It does.
So that's already got me hooked because of the way that her voice sounds.
And yes, there is a little bit of variation, but everybody puts their spin on the stuff. Like I said, as long as it feels like, because I mean, I watched The Little Mermaid. That was, my sister grew up. That was the repeat movie that was on repeat. So I know every song. I know all that. Like, if the cook is not Le Poisson,
right?
If he ain't, because I stuff you with bread, it don't hurt. Cause you're like, if I don't get that, it's over.
And the little shoving it in the shell. Yes. Well, and you know that Melissa McCarthy is playing Ursula.
Okay, that's a good pick.
So I'm really excited to see her version or her take on Ursula, because I freaking love her anyway. So. See,
I haven't looked up any casting, and I'm kind of don't want to. Like, I want to see who plays King Triton. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know who's playing the other characters. I just saw a TikTok where she was doing an interview about it.
Yeah, I want to see who's playing King Triton. Like, who I mean, you know, like is all of the mermaids gonna be black? When I say that, I'm talking about her sisters and stuff.
Because that's what we see in the beginning of the movie.
Right. So that's what So I'm interested in seeing what it is. So
I'm excited. I mean, but I will tell you this. I don't usually go watch the little kid shows or the little kid movies anymore since my kids have grown up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if I'll actually watch it in theaters. It might be one of those things.
Oh, no. I think I thought this was Disney Plus.
Oh, is it on? Okay,
I think
I'll
it's
probably watch it
Disney
then
Plus, which is why it was on Disney Plus Day that they showed it.
And probably is going to be the safer bet for them to do anyway.
Right.
Because
okay.
with the controversy, I don't know.
Yeah. People like to.
Did you ever watch Chippendale?
Is there a live action Chippendale?
No, it's a hybrid.
Interesting. No, I haven't. Like I said, I have not watched a whole lot.
I'm going to tell you, I still haven't watched it yet because when I heard, was it Seth Rogen's voice?
Listen, Jared.
Is it because of
I just did a whole thing about voices, right?
I know.
So I'm telling
you, and it throws you off, does it not?
It does until you see this movie. This is what I'm saying. They address everything that you're thinking about when you watch the trailer. Everything, every little thing that you think, like, why are they doing this or why are they doing that? It is all explained in the movie. And if you don't believe me, ask the ginger. He will tell you. Because when he watched it, he was like, oh, God, I cannot believe how much I like that movie. I was like, I tried to tell you. It's so good. It's so
guess-
good. It's
guess
done
I'll
so
have to
well.
Try it.
We'll see.
It's
Okay, now we.
It's not high on my list still.
Oh, I get you.
Me neither. But can we talk about House of the Dragon now?
Go for it.
Are we
Oh,
ready?
I have not watched any of it, so
Uh,
I'm in the dark. I'll just sit back and listen.
it was a lot of in
Yeah.
the dark in this episode.
A lot of in the dark in this one.
Was it dark
the
and then it was light? And
shadows.
it was dark and it was light.
It's-
There was
listen, bro. There was
there was stuff. Yeah.
Jared.
We went
there's
real
a
Game of Thrones
whole-
on it.
There's a whole scene where everybody is getting cakes. Everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
talking about, there's different people in different parts of the world, and they was all getting cakes at the same time. It was like
Agreed. I would agree with that. It make me question my morals though, like what you're brought up knowing and how things should not be. I should not feel okay with this, but I'm very much okay with this.
Well,
The
listen,
boys.
Yes.
You should,
Jared, this is how bad it was.
that's like book burning kind of shows.
My wife said, wait a minute, how old is she in real life?
Yeah,
We-
that's the
We had to look up her age, like, okay, she's 22. Oh, thank you.
yeah,
Jesus,
she's old
Lord,
enough to
thank you.
drink in real life.
Yeah.
She
And
just
then
looks young.
and then the other girl, she's 28, the one who's
Yeah.
playing the queen.
Allison,
Yeah. And that was the thing too. He was like, the king wants to see you. She was like, it's late. Like, well, you
still gotta go.
you know what time it is. It's late.
I got my
Oh.
pajamas.
Yeah, it was just like, and I really, okay, so all of that stuff aside, it was interesting to see, like, I want to call her Danny, but she's not, Rhaenyra, where she's at and kind of the freedoms that she's living we got to see versus Alicent and the trap she's in.
Yes.
I was like,
both
that
trapped.
was actually a really good way to, right, but
Well,
it
I'm
was
saying,
almost like Rhaenyra was like, I don't
That's
care.
where I feel like
but
some
I'm of this stature or I'm of this status. I want to go see. And of course, because of Damon, she's like, well, let's go. Because she felt safe.
well, it's that too, but it's also still the stuff between her and her dad. Like, it's your dad telling you can't do something. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway, just because you're telling me
Right.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's the rebellion thing. So it's
Yes.
she's going through, if she is really living on screen a person going through puberty, so to speak, even though she's older in the show,
Right.
but
Right.
you see her just going through these ranges of emotions of, well, I'm supposed to be the queen, and like, this is my day, or I'm not coming because I'm like just pouting and throwing a fit up into, well, I'm gonna do what I want with who I want it to be
With
with.
who I want to.
Yeah. But the parallels,
From
though,
everybody.
yeah, the parallels of her and Arya when she
Yes.
like got disguised and went out and did her thing, it was kind of the same when, like, oh, come here, boy, like in the same thing with Arya. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Getting to well, and that's kind of the thing with Rhaenyra, right? Because she keeps saying that if she was a boy, if she was a man, things would be different. We wouldn't be having these conversations. If
Right.
I was caught doing this, then we wouldn't be. But because I'm a female, because of this, we're worried about it. So her getting to kind of live in that moment of being that gender for just a little bit of time probably was kind of freeing for her.
two things. One, my favorite line in the show is where she says, when she's talking to Alicent, and she's like, your grace, my queen, my sister. But she's never addressed her like that the whole time.
Right.
Like that dynamic.
Right.
And then the other thing was, obviously, Littlefinger Jr. gets his. I'll let Jared see
I
it.
know. I liked how she played her father in that whole thing. Like, really, I'm gonna go do my duty, but why don't you be the king?
Right. I loved it.
Okay, get it, girl.
Yeah, this whole episode was the most playing the Game of Thrones that we've seen. It was
I would
so
agree
like
with that.
wasn't really a whole bunch of action. It was definitely chess moves all through this episode. It was great.
Yes, I would agree with that too. And I think one of the things that I find, I don't know what the word is, like very mature of her is
Mhm.
she's able to play this game so well for Rhaenyra at this age.
Because she's watching everything. Because here's the thing. We forget that she was always been the one in the room when they're having all of these meetings, and she can feel the agenda of everybody because she's filling their drinks and just walking around listening. She's not allowed to really comment. So the fact that now she's like, well, this dude has been doing this to you since the beginning, or this dude has been doing that, and you can't see it because you too busy with this and whoopty whoopty whoop. And then it's everybody in this episode. I mean, the casting is so good.
Yes.
But the other thing though, what I like, because I watched the after the show thing, it was directed by a female. So she did everything from a female's point of view. Because
I like that.
Even when Allison was getting her back blown out, it was from her point of view. Like the camera was like on, and she's just like, oh my god, like everything was just. I mean, even with her and Damon, like that, like it was still from her perspective.
Yes.
Even the stuff going on in the background, like it was just so tastefully done that
it really was. It was kind of like very artsy.
Poetic. Yeah.
Yes.
Very artsy. Yeah. It wasn't Game of Thrones disgusting like we used to.
Exactly. It wasn't. It was it was well done. I definitely thought that. And that's where, and maybe that's why how the whole episode was shot. When you get to that part, you're like, just do it already, like just kiss her or whatever.
Yeah,
and you're like, am I really saying this?
It was a dance routine it looked like a choreography. It looked like choreography.
Yes.
The way it was shot and the way they were moving.
I also did enjoy the fact that Damon goes to King Viserys, towards the end of the episode, and he's like pleading,
Ask me what I want. Give me what I want.
Seriously, it's weird that you're like, yes, this is such an epic love story, but why am I okay with this?
Yeah. Because it really does
questioning my life.
Well, I mean, even Allison said, like, you know y'all's culture. Y'all Targaryens y'all got that whole queer thing. Like, I mean, it's like a known thing, you know what I'm saying? Which is like why it's so weird in like episode 2 when they're talking about hooking her up with her 2-year-old brother. Like, it's like, what are y'all talking about, bro?
Which who he ends up marrying, right? I'm not gonna say it then if you don't know. Just wait. Wait. These Targaryens. But that's the thing though, like looking at some of this history of them, you're like, ew, but those two I'm rooting for. Like I want it to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, it makes you question all of, because when you watch Game of Thrones, first off, are you okay with Cersei and Jaime at any point?
Right.
And then with Dany and John, it was like, it was very awkward, but I guess I'm okay with it. Yeah. This is like, oh, let's do it.
Yeah, it's definitely like me and Charles had conversations about it, and he was like so uncomfortable with like, because I'm like, bro, you do know it's fantasy, right? It's like, because he's a real history buff. I'm like, well, this is just a fantasy, sir. Like,
right. But and that's kind of the thing, though. At the end of the day, when you look at our history, or not our history, but the world's history in general, the monarchy. I mean, that's how it was done.
That's exactly what he was saying. And that's where he was like, it was just, ugh. But Jared, even with all that, bro, we still didn't spoil it all. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't mention.
Even if you spoiled it, it wouldn't hurt me on that one.
I mean, I know, but I'm saying, I think that
really
I think the stuff that we left out would be a nice surprise for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because there's more.
There is. So I'm excited to because we know what the next episode. You know what the next episode is, episode 5. So we're gonna
Time jump.
not next episode, but the next one.
The other thing too, they haven't really got into it yet, but Damon isn't able to finish. Like he's struggling with that.
He really is.
Yeah. So I know there's got to be a plot point of something.
Agreed.
He even talks about like it's a curse that he has or something when they're talking in Targaryen or whatever.
Yeah, which I love. I don't know, which I loved it in Game of Thrones too. I love that language.
Yeah, they created it. They the same person created the language.
Like that for Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
They based it off of Latin, but it's like you gotta start watching the after show stuff.
I guess I do.
Yeah, after that.
I thought the writer George R. R. Martin came up with the
no
language.
Go watch the after show stuff.
I will.
Because there's a guy he's the same one they created like the language and the alphabet and stuff, the hieroglyphics stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I can't talk about it. Gosh dang it. Because there was another thing that happened in that episode that we didn't see in Game of Thrones, but you saw it in this one. And you were like, oh, that is so cool. You know what I'm talking about?
Just give me a hint.
Just say it. It's not a big deal, really.
The cat's paw dagger.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was cool. The inscription.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see that in Game of Thrones because, of course, nobody ever thought to put it in fire. So
yeah,
they put the ring in fire.
I know. Well, that's what I was gonna say. I will say this about Lord of the Rings is I love the Elven or Elvish. I don't know how you say it in that show, those movies. I did like that was pretty.
Like the transcript and how things looked.
No, when they spoke it.
Or when they spoke it. Okay.
When they spoke it. I mean, it was pretty too, like how it looked, but I really liked when what's her name? Liv Tyler, when she speaks it, I was like, oh yes.
Right.
I love her. So that's all I gotta say.
That's all I gotta say about that.
About that.
I knew where you were going. Well, I will definitely try to get into House of the D.
It's so good.
It's really good.
It's so good.
It's still one of those not quite on the top of my list.
Oh, it should be.
Like I said, I've watched a few episodes of Game of Thrones. I mean, it was good. It was not something that just kept drawing me back, though.
Yeah.
This is a little, I mean, I would say it's a little bit different than yeah.
It's one of those things, bro. You wouldn't have to watch Game of Thrones in order to watch this.
Yeah.
No.
It's just one of those things like, right? The easiest way to explain it is this. For people who went straight to the Clone Wars, the final season, and didn't watch the previous Clone Wars, because it was so connected to Revenge of the Sith, it didn't affect you watching without seeing the rest of the Clone Wars. But if you watch the rest of the Clone Wars, you got the Easter egg stuff. That's really, but it's so far and few in between. You know, people can make the connections all day long, like, "Ooh, they took that from Game of Thrones." Ooh, but really, you're not. It's not like it's gonna.
Yeah, it's a completely different show, I would say, and even like how Game of Thrones was kind of in your face, this one's not quite.
There's not a lot of action because it's peacetime.
Right.
Well, I think for me, it's just I never felt like drawn to the next episode. Whereas, like when you told me to go watch Succession,
Succession,
and at the end of every episode, you're like, "What?"
So wait a minute.
I've got to figure out what's.
You started watching Succession?
Is it Success? The one where the head
family
thing? No. What is Severance?
Severance.
Oh, okay. That's the one I need to watch too.
See, I
what
thought
is Succession?
Succession is the family that's got like Macaulay Culkin's brother in it.
Okay, is that good?
It's epic.
Okay,
so that's why like when you said that, I was like, bro, we finna have a whole Succession podcast. I've been waiting for somebody.
How many episodes are there? And we'll make sure that next week.
Bro, there's no way. But there's 2. I think there's 2 seasons or 3 seasons.
Oh, okay.
But it's really good.
Well, I'll start watching the you can just talk about it.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm with it.
Anyway, so Severance.
Yeah,
is what it was. So at the end of every episode, I'm like, okay, this does not make sense.
Yeah, I got to see what's next.
I've got to see what's going on.
Yeah, I want to watch that one too because you said what's his face did it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ben
Stiller. Yeah, Ben Stiller.
Okay, we'll end it there for tonight. I love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
Good stuff. Love all you guys out there too.
That's right.
Thanks for being with us. We are the Marauders. Thursday, 7:30 every week.
That's right.
One way or
Every
another.
week.
Love you guys. We're out.
This is the way.